All right, Americans traveling to Europe, the border rule has changed. That's right. The border rule has changed for those who are traveling to Europe. All right. So today's big question for you guys are travelers prepared for Europe's new biometric border system and their ETIAS traveling authorization coming in the late this year, 2026, guys? That's right. They have started putting it in play. It's not fully blown yet, but be prepared, guys. Be prepared. And it's going to be something quite interesting to see for all those who travel to Europe, to see how they adjust and adapt to the new system. All right. So if you're planning on traveling to Europe in this year, 2026, this is something you definitely need to know about before planning your trip or when you do head to Europe. Europe has changed the way many international travelers are processed at its external borders, guys. So we're talking about facial recognition, fingerprints, digital entry, and exit records. All right. And later this year, another major change is scheduled to arrive, and it's called the ETIAS. 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 Now, I want to make this something perfectly clear, guys, at the beginning, because there's a lot of confusion information online. All right. A lot of confusion information online. ETIAS is not operating yet. And I wanted to get that clear. ETIAS is not operating yet. Let me get that out the way. Let me get that clear. They said, according to the European Union, the ETIAS is scheduled to begin in the last quarter of this year. And travelers do not need to pay or apply for anything right now. OK, so far, before anybody come in and say, hey, they haven't started that. That ain't what's going on. I just came from there. I said that according to the European Union, they said that they were going to roll that out the later part of this year. So get ready, be prepared. It's going to happen. All right. But we all know right now there's another system in play. It's called the entry exit system, or the EES. And it's already functional, fully functional. It's been going on for a while. This is for people that travels now. Be prepared, guys. I always tell you, know before you go. That's the number one thing you need to do. Pay attention, especially if you're a traveler and you travel to all these different countries. You go around, you want to make sure you are caught up on all of the information that's going on. All right. Understand? Just to let you guys know.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
They don't know what
it's
a
new system, guys. I wanted to try it out.
USMC wartime.
I didn't get anything. I didn't get it. I didn't get it to work. Hopefully, we get to work next.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't know what it took.
But that system is already in play. The entry exit system, the EES, is already in fully operation. So if you're planning on traveling to any of these European countries, be prepared to get fingerprinted, facial recognition, and records check, background check, that's pretty much what's going to be going on. OK, so today we're going to break down the difference. So let me ask you guys, everybody in the chat right now, have you traveled to Europe before? And if you did, what country did you visit? We haven't visited any European countries yet, but it is on our bucket list coming up soon. So have you traveled to any European countries yet? If you have, drop it in the comment section. Let us know where you went and how was it? Give us a feedback on traveling to Europe if you have traveled to any European country. Now, let's start the system out, informing you guys about the ones that probably already experienced or never had experienced so far right now that's in play. And it's called the entry exit system, EES. The European Union began rolling this out last year around October. And take in mind, they already implemented a new system coming up before this year is out. So You have to stay informed on what's going on. So then in April this year, the system became fully operational across the Schengen's countries, all the European countries. This is a major change, guys, because Europe is moving away from relying on physical passport stamps for these travelers. That's right. They're about to move away from having your passport book stamped. So if you have experienced this recently or traveling and you didn't get your passport book stamped, I know that's been numerous of people saying that they went somewhere and they didn't stamp their passport. And that's what you look forward to, getting those stamps in those books. But they are slowly moving away from having the passport book stamps, guys. It's going to come down to, I'm looking at here in the near future, that you're going to have a chip in you, point blank, and you're going to travel with a chip and you're going to scan it. Donna said, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, I remember you talking to me, Donna, saying when you went to Jamaica, you didn't get a stamp in your passport book. Yeah, I was kind of shocked about that. You say you didn't get a stamp in your passport book. Now it's making sense. They're rolling that out to a lot of countries now. You won't be getting stamps in your passport book moving forward here in the near future. So stay tuned and be aware. If you don't get a stamp in your passport book, that's pretty much going to be letting you know that they're going to start phasing out those stamps in those passport books and move to all digital across the board. Okay. So instead of you entering and exiting with a passport stamp, all this going to be recorded digitally. They're going to start recording it all digitized. They're going to be entering and leaving. They're going to be able to pretty much keep up with you while you're in their country. It's kind of be like a tracking device on you. Yep. That's what's coming on down the pipe, guys. So be ready. For travelers covered by the EES now, this system can also record things such as information about your travel documents, the date that you and location where you entered at, the date and the location where you exited, a facial image, fingerprints, and whether you were refused entry into that country prior. They're going to have all this information at hands. I know when we was in the Philippines, we got our tourist visa in the Philippines and we had fingerprinting done, facial recognition done into our card. I don't have my card with me. They also did a background check because it took 10 days for you to get it back, come back. So a lot of these countries are moving toward more of a digital type security check than you just stamping your passport book. So pay attention, guys. Do your homework. Find out what's going on in these countries that you're traveling to, because that's the worst thing you want to do. Get there and you be in a culture shock that you didn't get your passport stamp, but you're going to be required to do your fingerprint. They're going to do facial recognition. They're going to put it in a system. They basically going to be keeping up with you because there's a lot of flock cameras all over these different countries. When you're moving around throughout their country, their flock system, their cameras, facial recognition is going to be keeping up with you all throughout all your travels. So be prepared. AI is not coming. It's already here, guys. So be prepared. It's going to go down. So before you might hand the officer your passport stamped, you want to think about it. They might not stamp your passport and you may start wondering if you legit in the country. Yeah, they got all the information they're going to need on you. Pretty much. It's in their system. So you can almost pretty much forget about the good old days. The good old days is just what they are from the good old days. All right. So get ready to say welcome to Europe. Now, Europe has a digital record when you enter and when you left already. So it's not going to be too much different than what they already implement. It's just going to be more of fingerprinting, facial recognition, and background check more thoroughly. And they're going to enter all that into their system for they can have your new facial recognition to travel when you're traveling about, to be able to keep up with where your whereabouts are at. So be prepared, guys. Once again, I can't implement it enough. Be prepared. So which one would you rather have? Stamping your passport book or a completely digital system that put a stamp, a digital on your whereabouts and everything about you. They're putting it in the system digital. Would you rather have the old fashioned passport stamp, or you rather have it digitized? Because I'm sure it's not going to really speed up process. I don't think so. It's just going to be more. They think it's going to be more of a security upgrade versus more conveniency. So I think that old passport stamp is going to get faded out real soon. So why you think they're taking this biometric approach? I think it's because we're moving in more toward the future, more technology for AI and all digital, like digital currency is going to be happening. We're far behind in the States, United States. A lot of countries we visit are already into the digital currency. You know, whether it's a QR code, they scan you everywhere you go. People even set upside the road selling fruits and vegetables. You scan that QR code and you pay for it. They pretty much going to be obsolete with having cash money on hand. So here's where it gets interesting, guys. When you arrive at an external border covered by the EES, your information can be registered electronically. For a first registration, border authorities can take a facial recognition image of you and scan your fingerprint. Now, here at the border in Mexico, they do facial recognition already, but they're going to start moving to the point where they're going to do fingerprinting as well. So be prepared. That's coming. That's coming. It's going to be no way around that. It's going to happen. So once this information is already in the system, future border crossing can involve verifying the biometric information that's already stored in their system to compare it. Europeans say that Europe said one reason for the system is to make it easier to identify the person who overstays the amount of time that they're permitted to stay. That's one of the main reasons they're doing it, to keep up with all the overstays. Remember the famous rule, 90 days without a 180-day period. Okay? 90 days within a 180-day period. EES can electronically calculate and record entries and exit. It keeps up with you. It'll flag you if you been denied entry, or if you overstayed your stay. They don't have to verify your stamps versus your exit stamp with your entry stamp. It's all going to be put in the system. As soon as you come through there and they scan that passport, they're going to red flag you, or it's going to say, hey, they need to go pay some money, or they've been in violation. We're going to give them some penalties about coming back into our country again because they overstayed their stay. I don't know why it's such a big stink about the U.S., the way U.S. do it, and was, getting people out of the country that was there illegal. A lot of these countries been doing this for years, and they still do it. You can't go to China or Vietnam and Thailand and all these places and overstay. You can overstay, but you're going to pay the price. You're going to be a penalty for it. So what's the difference? Other countries always do this. So don't be shocked when it's going to come down to a lot more surveillance throughout this world, not just U.S., not just European, but throughout the world. It's going to be a lot more surveillance. They're going to be able to keep up with you. I know people always clowning and hollering and hooping and hollering about the Ray-Ban Metas, people recording on the Ray-Bans. Oh, they secretly recording me. They secretly recording me. What's any difference now that the flock cameras and all that going to have all your information in it? They're going to be able to keep up wherever you been. If you went to somewhere you had no business going, they're going to have all that documented. They're going to be able to keep up and control every movement that you do. Not control, but they're going to be able to monitor every movement you do. So there's no difference than what's already going on. No difference at all. Okay? So be prepared, guys. Might as well get that out your head, all that old school stuff. Welcome to the new generation, new millennium. Okay? It's coming. Would you feel comfortable having your fingerprints and facial images stored as part of an international border system? Drop in the comments, yes or no. Or maybe you don't care as long as you get to travel. I would say I don't care as long as I'm traveling. I don't have nothing to hide. It don't bother me. I don't care as long as I'm traveling. I'm okay with it. Now, many American travelers, I want you to listen up to this, what I have to say about this. If you are a U.S. citizen traveling for a short stay to a country that's using the EES already, these procedures can apply to you as well. This does not mean that Americans suddenly need a traditional tourist visa just because the EES exists. That's where some social media posts can get confusing, guys. There's a lot of social media posts telling you all these lies when you should do your own homework when you're about to travel. That's why I tell you it's crucial. It's important to do your own homework when you travel. Okay, then there's something different that's coming. That's called the ETIAS. ETIAS is coming. These are two different things, guys. That's already in play. The EES, the border entry and exit recognition, and the ETIAS, ETIAS, that's a travel authorization for visa exemption travelers once it becomes operational. Okay, don't mix these two up. Don't get them mixed. The ETIAS is coming. It's coming. You can't stop it. It's coming. It's already in play. Now let's talk about the change that probably going to generate even more travel conversation. Okay, it's going to generate more travel conversation. The ETIAS stand for European Travel Information and Authorization System. Yeah. European Travel Information and Authorization System. Think of it more like a pre-travel authorization rather than a traditional visa. When the ETIAS become operational, travels from certain countries that currently travel visa-free for short visits will need authorization before traveling to a participating European country, as it was. And yes, the U.S., this includes U.S. citizen. But listen carefully. The ETIAS is not open yet, guys. It is not open yet. So don't start panicking, but be prepared. Start doing your research. As of today, August the 10th, 2026, the European Union says that ETIAS is scheduled to start in the last quarter of 2026. All right. So we're looking at around October, roughly. The EU says it would announce the exact starting date before it launches. OK, so don't go online today thinking Love and Freedom said I need to buy my ETIAS tonight. No, Love and Freedom ain't told you no shit like that. All right. I haven't told you no shit like that. So don't go out there, start spreading lies. Just do your homework and be prepared. That's exactly what I'm telling you not to do. OK, not to do. So I know a lot of people going to ask, well, how much this is going to cost? It's going to cost European 20 euros, which is equivalent to our dollars, $20. That's going to be the fee. Once the ETIAS begin, the official EU information currently will be listed of all the application fees and everything to about $20. You'll complete it online application just like you would do your visa. On electronic visa, receive the travel authorization, and then you will travel. Pretty much it's electronic travel visa. That's what it's going to be. But you're going to get all this stuff done once you get to the border, the external border. You're going to get your fingerprint done. You're going to get your facial recognition and all that done to be put into the system. But you're going to get approved first before you travel. That's what I'm thinking how the system's going to work. There are also free there was also fee exemption for certain travelers, but there's something very important you guys need to know, and don't confuse it. The ETIAS with a visa. The ETIAS is a travel authorization for eligible visa exempt travelers. All right. If you're a travel exempt traveler, this is what's in place for you. And don't assume that receiving authorization automatically guarantee entry. It don't. Border officials still determine whether you meet the conditions for the entry. OK, do you think €20 is reasonable? Drop it. Yes or no. I think it's reasonable. So another thing I want to talk to you before we get out of here today. I want to talk to you about the travel. As we talked about yesterday about scams. This is also going to be one of the big topics about watching out for the ETIAS travel scams, the scams that's going to be out there. Now, this is something I really want travelers to remember, guys. When a new government travel require starts, what happens? Fake websites start popping up. Somebody's going to make a website that looks official. They're going to start saying, hey, get your ETIAS today. Pay now. Expedite your ETIAS. I can do it I can expedite it for you. Pay here. Pay at this lower price or whatever. Don't worry about it. I can fill out all the forms for you. Do all that third party. Be careful, guys. No action is required from travelers when you do this. Okay. Right now, there's no requirement. No action is required. ETIAS isn't accepted. They are not accepting any applications right now as of yet. So keep that in mind. As of today, August the 10th, 2026, they are not accepting any applications yet. Okay. I said yet. So if somebody telling you that you must go and purchase one of these ETIAS today, that's a major warning sign, guys. Do not do it. All right. Do not do it. Always verify your travel requirements directly with the official government sources. Okay. Always. Well, I got you guys here. And if you would do me a favor, head over to my TikTok shop, my showcase store, and pick up all your travel needs, whether it's help needs, electronics, whatever it may be, guys, massage chairs, whatever it may be to get you through the day, exercise equipment, you name it, soursop, seaweed soursop, whatever it may be that you're looking for. Check me out on my showcase store. Loving Freedom on my main page. That's Loving Freedom with 1 E and 1 M, guys. Go over there and check out my TikTok shop. There may be something in there that you can use, or you may be looking for something. If there's something in there that you looking for and it's not there, please let me know. Please let me know. Donna just dropped it in the chat. It is Loving Freedom with 1 E and 1 M, guys. Go over there and check me out on the main page. Now, if you don't leave a comment here, you can also email me and tell me, hey, can you put this in your TikTok shop? I've had it happen a few times. Email me at blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. Just as a sound. blackmaninmexico@gmail.com. And I'll do my best to try to accommodate you for that TikTok shop. Okay. She just dropped that also in the comment section. That is my email. So don't start flooding me with email with bullshit, because I'm not going to respond to it, first of all. And I don't check my email every day like I should. I check it periodically throughout the week. But email me and I'll do my best to try to get back with you. And if you send me some bullshit garbage, I'm going to report you. I'm going to block you. I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to keep you away from me, because that's negativity. I don't do negative. I don't do nothing negativity. All right. So reach out to me if there's something in the TikTok showcase that you would like for me to add for you. And we'll see if we can get you a better deal or better product put into the TikTok shop. Okay. I look forward to seeing you guys over there, continuing shopping with me, especially for the ones that have already shopped with your boy. I am much appreciative for all the ones that came over and shopped. Appreciate you. Now, back to the top. All right. Could airport processing change? Yes. Here's another thing travelers should consider. Where the country introduce a new technology at immigration, travelers need to also give themselves enough time, guys. It's going to be, they got to work out the bugs. They got to work out the kinks. Once this started, you want to make sure you give yourself enough time. The first time you register with the EES may involve providing information and biometrics. Biometrics is like your fingerprinting and your facial recognition and all that stuff. So be prepared. Some borders location may have self-service system available as well. We utilize them quite often when we travel overseas. So they are in play already. They are utilizing them throughout the world right now. So if you're making an international connection, don't automatically assume that there's a connection that you made 2 years ago in 45 minutes and you'll be fine. Things are changing. All right. More airport scrutiny, more airport security. The process may be a little different, and it may hinder you, slow up your time, or it could be quite, swift. We have been through airports where real quick. So just give yourself enough time. Airport does changes their procedure, security procedures and protocols. So give yourself enough time to get through so you can cut down on the stress. Now, the bigger travel lessons, this is not only about Europe. There's a bigger lesson here, guys. International travel is becoming increasingly digital. All right. I said that earlier. It's becoming increasingly digital. Countries are using electronic travel authorization, biometric passports, facial recognition, digital immigration records, electronic arrival forms. You're going to have them right now going to Vietnam, which we wasn't doing them in the past. We was doing them in the Philippines, but they are doing them in Vietnam as well. And automatic passport gates. There's some places now where I haven't flown in the U.S. lately. Well, fly out of it, but going through any other domestic airports, whether they scan your face recognition, you scan your passport, or you don't even know how to scan your passport. You walk up to the facial recognition machine and the gate open and let you go through. Simple as that. The old way was like scan your passport and the gate open. Now they have it where you scan your facial recognition and the gate open. So that's why I tell you, it's here. It's moving swift. So whatever you were doing 5-10 years ago, you can stretch it. Things have changed. All right. So before we close out this live, I know I went kind of swift and fast today. Basically, I just wanted to tell you guys about the rule that was being rolled out for Europe countries, traveling to European countries. We have never traveled to any European countries yet, and we are definitely trying to make our way there. But if you're interested also to check out some of our travel videos, make your way over to my YouTube channels. Love and Freedom, we have two. Love and Freedom, and we have Pura Vida, Pura Vida, Vida. Go over there and check out some of those travel videos, guys, that we have throughout the 18 countries we have visited. May give you a little bit more perspective of some of the stuff that goes on in some of these countries, instead of believing all the bullshit that you hear online or throughout the local news, because most of the time the shit they tell you or show you guys is not true. Go see it for yourself. If somebody gave you a free ticket today, guys, to go to Europe, or tomorrow, or down the road, where would you go? Would you go to France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Greece, Portugal, or somewhere completely different? I mean, we're looking at going to Spain, Italy, and France here in the near future. But what country are you interested in checking out or visiting? Let us know. Or if you have already been, enlighten us. Some of the do's and don'ts, some of the pros and cons. We'd love to hear what you guys got to say. All right. Appreciate that. So remember, the EES is already operating. All right. That's the entry and exit system that they already have in play. The ETIAS is coming. Okay. The ETIAS is coming later, but the ETIAS is not accepting applications as of today, August the 10th, 2026. They are not accepting applications as of today, right now. So don't let no one scare you into buying something or telling you that you need to get it going and pay for this and do this. Research before you travel. Verify those requirements. Understand the immigration laws of that country you're visiting. That's what traveling smart is all about, guys. That's what it's all about. So if you enjoy conversational about traveling today or living overseas, health and wellness, boots on the ground type of experience that I provide for you guys, do me a favor. Go follow your boy, Love and Freedom, as I had mentioned to you earlier, over on YouTube. Donald dropped it into the chat, or Pura Vida. Go check them out. Check out some of my travel videos. Check out some of the health and wellness things I have. And also follow me here. If you're first time here, follow me here, and also follow me on the main backup channel on TikTok love and freedom, 1E, 1M, guys. I look forward to being more of informational one-stop shop person for you guys, whether it's travel tips, with health and wellness, music, whatever it may be, guys. That boots on the ground type experience that I've dealt with. I'm really eager to share all my experience or information that I may have that could help you down the road. Okay. I am not no travel expert. I'm no travel guru. I am no travel agent or travel agency. I am no fitness coach. I am no health fitness bodybuilder type, whatever it may be. I'm just plain old me, boots on the ground, informational type person that love to help other people with some of the goals or future or past things that they experienced. And I may be able to shed a little light on some of my living experience about them. Okay. So remember, don't just dream about seeing the world, educate yourself, prepare yourself, and then go see it. Okay. Those are some of the things that's very important. Educate yourself first, prepare yourself second, and then go see it. Okay. True story. True story. So the key facts about, the key current facts about the EES has been fully operating since since April this year. I'm sorry. Now the ETIAS is starting later on this year. I want you guys to keep remembering that. And they haven't rolled it out yet as of today, but make sure you guys stay informed about the new requirements to get into the European country. All right. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Until tomorrow. Bye now. Peace. One love. Vamos, Donna.